Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, I decided to break down the gun normal wing New York formation out of the New York Giants playbook. And I picked this formation for a couple of reasons. One, it has some very unique routes in the formation, some very unique plays that you don't really see anyplace else. And number two, no one really runs the Giants playbook, so no one's really gonna know what you're running. Everybody runs like online. If you play online, like everybody runs like Denver or Philly or New Orleans or something like that. So I don't think I've seen anybody run the Giants playbook. So it's definitely something that's very unique out of the playbook, and it's something that your opponent probably will not have seen before, and so they won't know really how to adjust to it right off the bat. So it's very good for that reason. So I'll go ahead and jump right into it. The play that I would see myself calling the most is the X-Play Giant Slot Trail. I'll go ahead and show you why. You have the first thing I noticed on this play was you have a trail route out of the slot by the slot receiver, which is really unique because usually when you think trail routes like Y trail and stuff like that, usually it's either like a tight end running the trail route or you have like a halfback or fullback out the backfield running the trail route. But in this case, you get a receiver running it, so you can get some extra speed to really get some good separation against man-to-man and really get up the field quickly against zone. And so in this case, I put Odell Beckham in the slot, and then behind him you have Victor Cruz running not really a skinny post, but just kind of a post route that'll really stretch the defense vertically. So it puts whoever's, like, if it's zone, it puts that defender who's supposed to be guarding like that little area of the field in a really awkward spot where he has to pretty much pick whether he wants to jump down on Odell and take away the trail route and risk you hitting the post, or he can sink back and guard the post and give you the trail. So it's a really good route concept that's very tough to defend. And then backside you have a seam route by Larry Donnell, your tight end, and then you have a comeback route by Ruben Randall. And what I like to do backside is I'll go ahead and just fade Ruben Randall. I would put my biggest user catch option out there. The Giants, I put Ruben Randall out there. He's only 6'2", I believe, which ideally you want someone who's like 6'4" or 6'5", but he was really the only viable option to put out there, so we're going to roll with him. So pretty much what I like to do for this play is I'll motion the trail route in a couple steps and then snap it, and I just think it creates better spacing on the routes between him and the post route by Victor Cruz, and it's just something that I found to be more effective for me. So go ahead and run it there. And Odell did not hold on to the football, so that won't happen very often. Usually Odell's very sure-handed. So right there was against man-to-man, and I had to get rid of the ball quick because there was a blitz, but Eli kind of made a poor throw, and Odell had to make a snag. If it wasn't a poor throw, Odell would have had a lot of running room. And this play is very good against man. As you can see, he gets a full head of steam pretty much as he catches the ball. So the odds of him getting hawked from behind, especially if you have someone like Odell, are very low, so you're able to kind of look forward and see what kind of moves you need to make to try to get upfield. Go ahead and run this again right there. Go ahead and hit the Victor Cruz post route. Really good thing about this play is both the trail route and the post route generally get really good inside positioning against man-to-man. So you pretty much have your option of which one you want to hit. Also, if for whatever reason those two are covered against man-to-man, I would just look for Ruben Randall with the one-on-one on the outside if it's available. Against zone, pretty much you just read right there. I saw no one in the flat, so I just tried to hit the flat and get upfield. You never know. You can make a guy miss, make two guys miss, get some big yards just by hitting the flat. So it's just kind of take what the defense gives you, read the defense right there. Odell got a really good separation off of his defender, Malcolm Jenkins, I think. Yeah, Malcolm Jenkins was trying to cover Odell, which is a no-go. So you got really good separation. You really want to hammer home this trail route and force your opponent to either user it. He's either going to have to user it or drop a hook zone right there and spotlight Odell, or have two guys manned up on him or something. I haven't really seen this run, so I don't even know what the ideal way to defend it would be. I would need somebody to run it against me, but I would hammer home that trail route until your opponent allocates a lot of resources to stopping it, and then that's whenever I would start branching out and hitting some of the other routes on the play. The other thing the seam route by Donnell is a good route against zone, because sometimes there won't be a zone like directly over him, so you can snap it, and if you see he's going to be open like 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, you can go ahead and hit him quick for an easy gain. Right there, it wasn't going to happen. And Odell didn't get an animation, and I got picked off. But I'll try to hit the Larry Donnell route for you guys here, if I can. Let's see. I tried to squeeze that in. Nope. You have to be very careful about throwing that route. It's not so, like I would never make that throw in a game. I was just trying to squeeze it in. That's kind of something that I was talking about. So like immediately I'll go into instant replay. But it's a really good thing if your opponent forgets, because they might start, like, since the trail route and the post route even the flat route are all concentrated on the left side of the field, your opponent's might even start pulling players like from the right side of the field to the left side they might start manning people up. They might start bringing them over and putting them in hook zones or something to try to slow down the trail in the post. And that's when you hit, if they don't have anybody directly over Larry Donnell, like right here, Connor Barwin like shot out to the flat almost, and the safety dropped back, so there was literally nobody right here in front of Larry Donnell, so I could just snap the ball and just throw it quick and get an easy 10, 11, 12 yards or whatever I got. And it's just something to keep in mind. Pay attention to your opponent's adjustments, and if they are bringing people over, moving people around, it's just something to look for. So just keep that in mind. I'll go over the quick audibles since I'm here. The one bad thing about this formation is the quick audibles aren't really that great. Like, I don't really run any of them. So the quick pass is slants, which is a very common quick audible. I mean, it's not a bad play. It's just not something that I really run. Halfback draw is the run, which I don't like at all. If you've watched my past videos, you know I hate draw plays. This formation does have a halfback base, which I would much prefer over the draw. So if you run a custom or if you change your audibles, I would definitely recommend putting the base in over the draw. The deep pass is 4 verticals, which is not like it's a bad play, but it's not something that I run very often. Like, I'll run it pretty much only if my opponent runs a lot of cover 2, which you will see, like, a lot of people run cover 2 invert this year, so 4 verts can be successful at times, I guess. But it's not something I would like base my offense around, definitely. And then the play action pass is PA dagger, which I just don't like PA dagger at all. Like, I don't think there's anything unique about the play. You have a streak, a drag, a curl, and a dig, so it's just not something that I like running, really. I don't think it's that good of a play, honestly. So that's your 4 like stock formation audibles. So that's kind of depressing. So you kind of have to hinge. You have to have good play calling, because pretty much whatever play you call out of the huddle is more than likely going to be the play that you end up running, if you don't set your audibles like beforehand. So I'll go over some of the other plays. Obviously, right there, that's the halfback base I was talking about. I won't run that for you guys, but it's just a simple, as you see, power play. Just follow your blockers. I'm going to go over this X play giant slot up, and pretty much I like this play for 2 reasons, I guess. One is, the main reason is that delay fade route by Larry Donnell, which is really good for short yardage situations, like 3rd or 4th and short. I run something similar to this out of the Rams playbook. Pretty much the same exact route, except for out of a different play. But it's very good. A lot of people run zone this year, and a lot of times the zones will like spread out and guard other routes, and then when Donnell releases, he'll be wide open for a free 5-10 yards. And so it's just something really good if you haven't run it before, like in the game. Your opponent really won't be expecting it. They're going to be using the other routes, and then once Donnell releases, they're going to think he's blocking. And then once he releases, it'll be an easy pickup. So I'll go ahead and try to show you guys that. And then obviously you have Ruben Randall on the corner route, which is pretty much the only other route that I would pay attention to on this play. Another adjustment you could make is, I don't really like that out and up by Odell Beckham, so I guess I could see myself putting him on like a hitch route just as like a check down read if he happens to be open. So I guess it's better, since I would pretty much never look at the out and up. I would never ever throw that, pretty much ever. So I would just recommend putting him on something that you think would be better, and I would probably choose a hitch route. So go ahead and try to show you guys this play real quick. Right there, I was only able to get about 3 yards. I probably threw that a little bit too soon, but as you can see, he was pretty much wide open. Let's see, let's not run it against goal line. Let's see. see if I can try to get that for you guys. Okay. I was under some heavy pressure right there. I should have actually just hit Ruben on his corner out there. If you are under pressure, and that's another good thing right there is you have like so many check down routes on this play with the check down, the block and release fade. You have a block and release curl, and then I like putting Beckham on the little hitch. So you have like 3 check downs, really shallow in the field, or really shallow. So that's what makes it good, in my opinion, for the short yardage situations. Let's see if I can try to hit Donnell if he releases. And right there, he ran to the flat. Okay, that was strange, but I was able to get upfield. I would recommend, as soon as you catch the ball, just go upfield and hold the right stick up and just try to truck whoever you want. Usually, since it's a tight end, whoever he hits, he'll fall forward for some extra yards. Just something to keep in mind to try to get some extra yards. Right there, he did not want to release for whatever reason, and I made a pretty dumb throw to Ruben Randall and somehow got the catch. So let's see if he'll release for us here. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's what was happening before I started actually filming. So, of course, as soon as I start filming, it just doesn't work. But pretty much, sometimes you may have to buy yourself some time in the pocket and kind of move around. Sometimes it can get sketchy, and you're like, oh God, is he going to release? Is he going to release? And right there, that's pretty much exactly what you're looking for. As soon as he releases, see how no one's around? Like this linebacker ran for Jennings. Obviously, like Beckham's covered, but nobody is here for Larry Donnell. And it's just a free, get 12, 13 yards. And generally, I would only call this play whenever you need like 2 or 3 yards at most. Maybe like 4 or 5, okay? But it's just something that's really good. Right there, you have Jennings over the middle. Just take what the defense gives you. Whatever is open underneath, go ahead and take it. Like, you don't have to wait for the Larry Donnell route. I think that's what makes this play good, is that you have multiple routes that you can try to hit. And right there, I was able to hit Donnell over the middle. So it's just something to keep in your back pocket. It's a good thing to have, in my opinion, for late game situations. So let's see. There's quite a few. Well, there's a few other plays that I'd like to go over, and this video is already kind of long. So this play, I think, is like Giants under. Pretty much the adjustment I make is I'll fade Ruben if it's on coverage, like it is right now. If it's off coverage, I'll go ahead and put him on a smoke screen. And pretty much the only reason I run this play is I'm looking to hit Victor Cruz underneath for an easy 5 yards. If you can make somebody miss, you can get more yards, obviously. But pretty much I like calling this play in short yard situations, or if I just kind of want to say, like, sometimes at the beginning of games, I don't know if you guys do this, but I'll call like an easy pass play to try to get an easy completion. And I don't know if it like boosts my confidence, but it kind of makes me settle down and be like, okay, got a completion. Now I can start branching out and kind of running some other stuff. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm weird, but it's something that I like to do. So I'll go ahead and run this for you guys. And right there, I'm talking about easy completions, and I almost throw a pick. So that's not what you want to see. All right, here is against man-to-man, and Cruz was able to get inside positioning. Also against man-to-man, you can hit the corner route by Beckham. So I'm going to try to... Right there, that's what I'm looking for. Just go ahead and hit him after he cuts. The corner route generally does a good job of clearing out space for him to cut underneath. Right there. The first play, I held onto the ball too long, and the linebacker was able to run up and almost pick it off. But right there, that's a case of Eli making a bad throw. But as you can see, it was against man-to-man. The corner route was wide open, so something to keep in mind. Right there, once again, that's pretty much what you're looking for when you run this play. The other routes are there, not as check down routes, but more as like if Cruz is covered for whatever reason, and you can you clearly see that there's no way you can throw this ball, then you look to your other routes. The next play that I would like to go over is, I think it's, oh no, I can't remember the name of it. I was trying to be smart. Yes, Giant Sail. And this is another play that I like for short yardage situations because of the Jennings route out of the backfield. Against zone, a lot of people run zone, as I said. And against zone, you pretty much hit Jennings as he cuts upfield almost every single time and get an easy 5-yard gain. try to make somebody miss, try to chuck somebody, and get some more yards. But okay, right there was against man-to-man. So against man-to-man, you're going to want to hit either Beckham on his corner route. You can also hit Cruz on his post if you see he gets inside positioning. And you also have your late read is Randall on the deep dig. Donnell on his zig routes pretty much only there as like a check down or as a clear out for Randall. If for whatever reason you get that late in your progressions, you can try to look for Randall if he's open over the middle. And right there, Jennings did not react to the ball coming at him. So let's see if that cannot happen again. Yeah, right there. Okay, that's pretty much what you're looking for. Like, he got lit up, but who cares? He got 5 yards. So, I like to call this play, or I would call this play whenever you need like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 4th and short. You know your opponent's going to be playing some type of zone. It's especially good if they're blitzing like off the left edge or whatever, and they have nobody there, and you can really get some big yardage. Since I mean you're getting your athletes out into space. Obviously, Rashad Jennings isn't the most agile guy on the planet, but it's just a nice play. Try to get upfield right there. As soon as you catch the ball, I'd recommend if you have someone like Jennings, just go ahead and flip the right stick up and try to truck and get some more yards. But that's pretty much why I like this play. Even right there, he got stood up, but I was still able to get about 3 yards. So it's a nice play to have in your back pocket to go along with the other play with the Donnell block and release fade route. Giant slide up. Couldn't think of the name. Another play that I like out of this formation is Giants curl corner. I'm going to try to speed it up so that this video doesn't take too long. So pretty much the one thing I like to do is I'll put Cruz on a streak, and you have the nice flood on the left side of the field. And then on the right side, you have something very similar to the last play. You have Donnell on the out route, and Randall's running. It's almost like a dig route, but it's like a mix between a dig and a post, but it develops really quickly because he doesn't like chop his feet. He cuts really quickly. So I actually prefer that. And so it's good against man-to-man. He generally gets inside positioning. You can throw that route. And against zone, it's a good kind of last read. If nothing on the left side's open for whatever reason, you can look back to the right and see if Randall's open, crossing over the middle of the field. But this play, pretty much, I look for the flat. If the flat's not open, I look for the corner. Corner's not open. By looking over there, you should see, like, if Cruz is past his man, if you have someone fast like Victor Cruz out there, you can go ahead and lob the streak if he gets behind his man and try to get a big play. And if none of that's open for whatever reason, that's when I look backside to Ruben Randall. So, and right there, that was an awful throw, or awful read actually. I should have waited. It's kind of tricky throwing this corner out against zone because like you think that the zone defenders are going to come up and play the flat, and then I don't know. It's deceptive at how well they can recover, I guess. Right there, I was able to squeeze it in. A lot of times you're going to have to pass lead that corner route up so that the flat defender doesn't sink back and pick it off. Otherwise, what will happen a lot is what happened in my first play where I almost threw that pick. So just be careful about that. If you're not comfortable throwing it, just kind of go into practice mode and throw it a couple times. Right there, even that was a dangerous throw, even though I caught it. Like I had no business making that throw. Let's see. Right there, that's what I should have done the first play. I had to wait a little bit and not throw it immediately and let Beckham get some separation. But yeah, against man-to-man, obviously you have the corner out. Beckham should, or whoever's in your slot. I generally put my best receiver in the slot for this. I would put my best receiver in the slot for this scheme. So he should get really good separation against man-to-man on that corner out. Right there, that was an awful read. I should have hit the flat. I was just thirsty for the corner, but you guys get the idea. It's a flood, nice little flood concept that make a spec catch. Okay, nice little flood concept on the left side of the field, just kind of something to throw at your opponent, make them think about it. Right there, that's what I should have done. Like the past two plays, just hit the flat. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. All right, and so the last few plays out of this formation is actually it's like a little mini scheme inside of the scheme. The running back flips sides. And so what I like to do for this little three-play scheme is I'll put Jerron Kreiner. If you're using the Giants, if you're not using the Giants, I would put whoever's my second best like big user catch option out there. So the Giants, obviously Jerron Kreiner's not ideal, but it's pretty much all they have. So I put him out there. instead of Victor Cruz. And what I like to do is, I'll show you this strong PA deep outs play first. I run literally the same exact play out of the Rams playbook. You'll see it if I upload gameplays and stuff. You'll see me run this same exact play, just out of a different formation. But what I like to do, I fade both outside receivers, and so you have the in route, the post route, and then the double fades. And pretty much this is I'm airing it out. I'm going into gunslinger mode, and I'm pretty much trying to user catch. So it does a good job of isolating your one-on-one matchups on the outside. Right there, Eli kind of overthrew that, but I don't know why I said kinda. But right here, I got sacked. Excuse me. I wanted to hit the post route, but I shouldn't have tried because it was cover one. I should have just threw one of the outside routes. But let's see. Right there, against man-to-man, the post route does pretty well. That's why I was trying to throw it the previous play. A lot of times he'll get inside positioning. You'll be able to hit him. Otherwise, like right there, okay, that was to Donnell, who was wide open over the middle, but Eli made a bad throw. But generally against zone, I'm oh my gosh, okay, jailbreak. Had two guys coming at me, but against zone, I'm pretty much always trying to just user catch. Like Jerron Kreiner made that catch, so obviously, hopefully you have whatever team you're using, you have a better user catch option out there than Jerron Kreiner, but he's serviceable at times. He's making me look good right now, so I won't complain. But yeah, pretty much just look for the one-on-ones on the outside, and if it's man-to-man and you're not comfortable throwing it against man-to-man, you have two good routes underneath with the dig and the post that generally do a good job of getting good separation against man that you can throw. Right there, I'll try to throw it to Ruben, and he made a nice catch. So that's just kind of my aired out play. Like if it's towards the end of the half, or if I'm down big and I'm upset, this is kind of the play I go to. Like this is almost the play where I'm just like, this is where I kind of stopped caring. Not that I stopped caring, but I'm just like kind of upset and I just want to user catch and get a big play. I'll just go ahead and run this play. So just something to have in your back pocket. I like running it. But the other two plays out of this formation it's a strong halfback zone, which I won't go over that play. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's actually a pretty good run. I thought it was going to be like a halfback sweep, but it's more of like a stretch out of shotgun. It's weird. It gets this, like, you can see concept outside zone. So it's like you get the same blocking as like a halfback stretch out of like say ace or I form or whatever. So it's pretty unique. Like I have a lot of success with it, cutting it back. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but just go ahead and mess around with it. I think it's a good running play. And then the last play is strong Y sail. And pretty much the one adjustment I make is I'll fade Kreiner. And it's pretty much the same thing as the flood play the Giants curl flat or whatever that I was running to the left. It's pretty much the same thing to the right now. And so you've got the flat, the out by Donnell, and then you've got Beckham coming over the middle, and you've got your two user catch options on the outside running fades. And so you just kind of make a read, hit the flat right there since no one was there. Go ahead and try to get upfield. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Nothing super fancy about this play right there. If it's man-to-man, I'd like to hit that backside little dig route by Beckham. He gets really good separation, especially if you have someone speedy there. And so it's a pretty good play. I like it. And Kreiner is just balling out today. I don't know what his deal is. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much the last play. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the scheme. It was probably like 10 plays. It's kind of a long video, so I apologize for that. But if you use the Giants playbook, I hope this was able to help you out. And until next time, I think the next video is going to be on the New York Jets playbook. Yeah, New York Jets playbook. So you guys can look forward to that. If you maybe run the Jets playbook, I don't know. I don't really like the Jets playbook very much. But some of you might run it, so who knows. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later and have a great day.